Feel
We're
it. You're good.
consistently.
You're good at, like, with energy and a judge of
Yeah,
character. Like
it's a gift and a curse.
you can read a person a mile away and be like,
Yeah, yeah.
I know.
I can smell it.
I can smell it. Smell it. You can smell it.
You can smell it.
Isn't that like a smell it? Isn't that like
You
a
can
Eddie
smell it.
Murphy line?
It is.
This week on Flex in the City. Hello, welcome back to another episode of Flex in the City. I'm Rada.
And I'm Lisa, and this is
Episode 47.
Is it 47?
It's 47.
Yeah.
We got to do something when we get to 50,
What
no?
do we do?
6, 7.
like-
That's all I heard now is 6, 7 when you said 47.
Oh, yeah.
Shit.
Damn.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do like a little confetti
Yeah.
entry thing.
Yeah.
Leaving that to you because I don't know any of the tech skills. But yeah, almost 50. Maybe we should do our live episode as our 50th.
Okay. I think that makes
So
sense.
yeah, since we haven't talked to you guys about our live, we are hoping to do another live.
Although we did say we're doing it next week. So
Yeah,
just
we
for the
did.
record, it's going to be maybe when we do our 50th.
Yeah, 3 episodes from now.
Yeah.
It
yeah.
just means more fun content.
And it's closer to the end of the new year. Like it just fits
Yeah,
within the,
that's true.
you know?
That's true. And then like before you guys break off for Christmas, we can have like a little fun little interaction. And then
Yeah.
we can be like, see you next year.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll work on that.
I like that
I
idea.
like it too.
Okay.
So we
have a plan.
We will be prompting and letting you guys know
Yeah.
in coming days,
Yeah.
weeks about when that is. Please join.
They will join. They will join. And then if they don't join, they'll see it later on YouTube.
Oh God, I always think about that guy who was like, yeah, I'm just gonna wait here. Probably gonna be, 2,000 people signing in.
Who is this guy?
He's a comedian. Are you making fun of those people who have lives and they wait for people to sign in and no one shows up?
Shit.
And then one person signs in and he goes, oh, hey mom.
Feel it. You're good.
Consistently.
You're good at, like, with energy and a judge
Yeah,
of character. Like
it's a gift and a curse.
you can read a person a mile away and be like,
Yeah.
I know.
I can smell it.
I can smell it. Smell it. You can smell it.
You can smell it.
Isn't that like a smell it? Isn't that like
You
a
can
Eddie
smell it.
Murphy line?
It is. Oh my God.
Or,
Watching that
smell it.
documentary on
Smell it.
Netflix. Oh
He
my
is
God.
such a talented
Yeah.
man. First of all,
I didn't know.
I
about-
wasn't allowed to watch a lot of Eddie Murphy's movies because
for
my
obvious
mom, like,
reasons.
we all went together to watch Nutty Professor. And when she walked out, she's like, never again. He says so many bad words. So
Oh,
many bad words.
Yeah, there is a lot of language. Yeah. I was like, is it? It's like a kid's movie.
No,
It's
like
not. It's not for kids.
the content itself is not like so,
Yeah, he curses.
but it was the cursing
Yeah, he
that
does.
she was like, never again.
Yeah,
never.
it is. It is.
So we weren't allowed to, and I really don't know much of his older.
the stuff before
older
that. Yeah,
stuff.
like and the older stuff. Like I remember being in 5th or 6th grade, maybe 7th grade, and Boomerang had come out, and everyone was watching
I need to
it.
watch this.
You need to go home tonight and
I
watch
have to
it.
see if it's
It's
on.
the best soundtrack in the
Netflix.
world. You're gonna hear all of these songs that you already know, and
Is
they
it
were-
a
lot of
90s
them were.
movie?
It is 90s, early 90s.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was definitely. Yeah, I think
Don't do the math.
it was.
We keep giving away our age.
I
at least in
know.
every episode.
That's
It's like
why.
we keep giving it away. I'm like,
No,
don't do the math.
It's so good. You have a young Halle Berry. You have a Robin Givens, David Allen Greer, or young Chris Rock. Oh my God, Strange, acted by the incomparable Grace Jones. Eartha Kitt, who was the original Catwoman, is in it. It's such a fucking stellar cast. That is the first one to watch. That's 90s excellence. But the best for comedy is Harlem Nights. Harlem Nights is based on like the 20s or something, I think, in Harlem. And it's Black cast, and it's all these faces that you know, but also old. Richard Pryor is in it. Red Fox from Sanford and
Oh
Son
yeah,
is in it.
heard him
Della
talking about that.
Reese.
Like it was the first time that Richard Pryor was in one of his movies
With him, yeah.
right?
Those are like the legends that came before
Oh my
him.
God.
Because all these comedians, so they're so funny in their own way, but the writing is so intelligent. The storyline is so. Arsenio Hall is in it as well.
Yeah,
It is so good. You will cry laughing, but
Oh,
it's so
man.
much swearing you can't watch it around the kids.
Okay.
Yeah, it's literally like the comedians who swear the most all in one movie.
I was very, very impressed by the amount of, I didn't realize how many movies he's done, first of all. And he's like low key a badass. And you know what I loved about it is how he talked about himself. He literally would say, like, he's like, I'm a badass. I'm the best.
He's like, it didn't happen, and then I came along and I opened the doors.
Yeah, I opened the doors.
He's just saying it like it is.
And I was just like, you know what? I love that. I love that he's like, he owns it.
Yeah,
He
because there's
knows.
nothing wrong with accepting and celebrating your wins.
Yeah.
He did a lot, and he was an icon, is. Also, wow, he looks amazing. Because I was like, let me see where the work is. And I'm like, I'm not, maybe it's the hairline, maybe.
But you see his face changes. I don't know if it's just gets rounder, but
he's gained weight.
Is that
he
what
was
it
really
is?
Skinny. Yeah, he was really skinny. It was so funny because he was like, you stay hungry, like and even Eddie said, he's like, I was hungry, I was skinny. And like, you know, you haven't eaten yet. And that's when you have that drive. And I was like, oh man, I love how they talk about it because
there was another guy also that said that.
Was it Chris Rock? Oh,
Dave Chappelle was talking about it, and he said we all were skinny.
Yeah,
like,
he was like, we were hungry.
We were hungry.
You were hungry. I didn't realize his first time working with Eddie was in The Nutty Professor. I didn't realize that.
Chappelle is in.
He's the guy that was telling the jokes in the club, making fun of him.
Oh, he made fun of the.
Yeah, that was Dave Chappelle.
Yes. Oh my God.
He got what was coming to him later.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, that scene made me want to cry so bad.
But I do have to say, like, there was one part of it where it made me sad, where they would be like, anytime they'd have an interview with Richard Pryor, and they'd be like, how does it make you feel to have another up and coming black comedian? And he'd say he pisses me off.
He was kidding.
No, that part, I get it. But it was like, they even said it. It was like, it was a mission to pin black on black
against each other. And at the time when he was coming up, that was the case. It was only one space for one black guy.
More than one funny black comedian.
Yeah, and the other guys in the interview made a really good point. He was like, do you think like Howie Mandel and this other guy,
the two bald guys,
have ever wondered there's not space for the two of us? And and it's because they created this situation where they were like, only one of you can get ahead. And they even did that. You need to watch Number One on the Call Sheet, because it talks about
on the call sheet.
There's the men's one. The first episode is about men in Hollywood, black men in Hollywood. So like Kevin Hart, The Rock, Denzel, Jamie Foxx, all of these guys are in it talking about like their experiences in Hollywood. The second one is about the women. So Viola Davis, Halle Berry, Taraji Henson, like all of these women. And it's so funny. And you get to the end of it and they're just like, you know, it's changed, especially the women's one. And there's a scene where they're like, yes, we have all these supporting actress awards now, and all of us have won this and this and this Oscar. And they're like, how many black women have won Best Actress Oscar since Halle Berry won back in like whatever, 99? And they're like,
one.
She's still the only one. And
Viola Davis hasn't won something?
Not for Best Actress. Hers is for supporting. Best Actress, there's only been one. Taraji said, so wait, like none of us, right? Like, is it like none of us? We can only be supporting. It's so good because there's humor to it. But yeah, that one is really good because it talks about like that whole process and the same way that the women were talking about, they were pitted against each other as well so much. But even Denzel talks about how he was like, there was always only one. There was Sidney Poitier, and then there was, you know, him, basically, I think, you know?
Yeah.
And even when he won his Oscar, he was like, I've been chasing you. He said it to Sidney Poitier. He said, because Sidney got a Lifetime Achievement. And then Denzel got his Best Actor Oscar, the first one. He said, I've been chasing you. Thank you for opening the doors. I've been chasing you all my life. He said, on the night that I get my best Oscar win, Best Actor, they give him a Lifetime Achievement one. He's like, I've been chasing. But it was so respectful. It was so lovely. And they were like, that's how it's always been. It's been like one spot. Only one can get ahead. And, Daniel Kaluuya says something beautifully. He's like, you know, they call us a minority. And he was just like, I'm major. And he says it in his British accent. He's like, you know, there's X billion of us on the planet. Ain't nothing minor about that, mate. I'm major. I was like,
that's beautiful.
It's so good.
And it's so true.
Yeah.
What's it called again?
I'll send it to you. Number One on the Call Sheet.
Number One.
So number one on the call sheet means, I didn't know what it meant either. It means when you're like
first one. like the callback, no?
No, it means when you're acting and you have your cast, number 1 on the it's called a call sheet. So the number 1 is the top, like the main actor, the
Yeah.
star of the movie
Ah,
is always number 1.
okay.
So that's always the reference. And yeah, so that's why it's called that. But it
Okay.
was really good. It
I
was
need to watch that. I need to
yeah, it's
also put
nice.
that maybe like I'll put that in the
In a little sub I'm
yeah.
not gonna use my hands because it's not gonna be wherever I say it's gonna be somewhere here.
We are gonna master this at some point. We're gonna master
Gonna just the whole screen.
somewhere in
It'll
this
be somewhere there.
in this vicinity. Oh
Oh
man.
god. Anyway, yeah, we
Okay.
haven't caught up in a while, so yeah.
Yeah. How are you?
I am good. I am tired, but like exhilarated from teaching and just being out and about more and doing stuff that's really
In line with
yeah, with what I
you.
love to do
Yeah.
and yeah, just getting stronger as well because I'm not just teaching, I'm also like doing the classes, which is cool. So yeah, I'm good. I'm feeling exhilarated even
Yeah.
though yeah.
I didn't tell you I went to a cacao ceremony on Saturday.
Cacao like cocoa?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's like so it was one of those
You definitely didn't
my
tell me.
friend you met her at my birthday, one of my friends that you met at
Mhm.
my birthday. She called and said, "Hey, I'm going to this." It was random, totally random. She said,
Yeah.
"I'm going to this meditation,
Yeah.
yoga workshop." And it
Mhm.
was like from 3:30 to set to 8. So it was like a
Okay.
long thing.
Yeah, yeah, that's
And
long.
in that, there was also a cacao ceremony, which I bought my friend recently a ticket, like, for her and myself to
Mhm.
go to a breathwork slash cacao
Yeah.
ceremony. I have
Yeah.
no idea what cacao ceremonies are, but I've heard of
Never
them.
heard of it.
And so I was like, "Okay, well, since" and my friend and I were supposed to go tonight, but for personal reasons, she can't do it tonight, so we've had to postpone it.
Okay.
I was like, "Oh, I'd love to go check out this cacao ceremony before I actually go to this one with my"
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, just so you know what it's
to know
about.
what it's about, and so we went, and so, okay, so we did the meditation, and then we did yoga, and then
Hmm.
we did more meditation, and then we did, and one of the hosts of the workshop is also, um, half Egyptian, so,
I am.
gotta
Mhm.
support
The peeps.
my peeps,
Mhm.
and she's an amazing
My
singer.
peeps too.
Yeah. Yes. She's an amazing singer and she writes her own music. So during
Oh,
some of the
nice.
meditations, she'd
She's
actually
singing.
be singing in the background and you would be like doing your and I am someone I like meditation, but I need guided meditation. I can't
Same.
just sit in a dark room
My god, my mind
and
will be
my
like,
mind's like, "Oh, I got 21 things to do.
did
I
we
should be."
eat
Yeah,
yesterday or is
exactly.
there
Did I take the
leftovers?
chicken out to
That
defrost? Like, that's where what my mind would be.
that
So with the guided, like, it helps me because 'cause I and with obviously with meditation, there's always, like, that reminder when it's guided.
to like
If
bring you
you're
back.
getting distracted, come back to the
Yeah.
breath, you know? So that's where I was excited for that. And
Hmm.
then they did, the cacao ceremony,
Mhm.
and basically, it's cacao that they've got, like, raw cocoa they've
Yeah.
they've got from Peru.
Like beans.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they make cacao for you, and
Uh-huh.
they pass the cups, and as they're pass like, they pour the cacao in a cup, and they hand it, and it was like a group of it was just women, and it
You
was
have
like
to drink out of the same cup?
no, 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 no,
Oh,
no.
I was
No,
like,
no, no, no.
"Ooh, that's
No, no,
where
no.
I'm
No, no, no.
ding, that's my
No, no.
stop."
No, no, don't worry, it wasn't like that.
Okay.
And, as so they start pouring the cacao and they pass the cup and
Yeah.
each woman has to kind of like hold the cacao in her hands
Yeah.
before she passes it on, kind of like put like a not a blessing, but like
Like
some like
prayer
good
over it. Like
energy
a
or
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
whatever into it, and then you pass it on to the next one. Okay.
I like
And then once everybody has a cup, then you take your first sip
yeah.
and then you start kind of like doing your own intentions. Like as you take a sip, you like kind of have your own intention that you say to yourself with every sip.
Right, right.
And
From this, like, goodness that's been
yeah,
put yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And the cacao is like,
Strong.
I mean, this was like real, not
Yeah.
the shit that you buy in the
No, like the
supermarkets.
syrup,
Yeah, no,
strong.
no. Like it
Yeah.
was like as if you're drinking like you're in the forest, the rainforest, and you
Yeah.
just found some and you
Yeah.
ground them with a rock,
Yeah.
and
And
then like
now you're chewing it.
you know,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
like it was. But I managed to. I finished it. There was a
Yeah.
woman sitting next to
She
me who
couldn't
literally
hack
was
it.
like, she was like,
Spitting it back. Oh,
and
oh
then they
no.
told us that if you can't handle it, don't worry, just put the cup down in front of you.
Okay. She put
And
it
she
right
put
up
it
there.
down right away. She was but this thing
Oh,
went
I
on for
can't
like
handle
10 minutes, like 30 seconds, and she was like, "Okay, now
that
I'm
down
just
right
gonna sit
there.
here and
Yeah.
make my own
Like
intentions to myself." Like
accepting limits.
she couldn't. I was able to finish the whole thing actually.
Damn.
Yeah.
You were like, I'm getting this goodness
Yeah, yeah,
come
yeah.
hail or high water.
Yeah, because they were even like some people will have like an awakening or something like that. So I was like hoping, I don't know. I was
Mhm.
hoping like, and obviously you go in with that intention, whatever.
Yes, yes. You're
And then
open
there's
to it.
like a guide. So once you are doing that, once you're done with that, then you have like another guided meditation after you
Mm.
drank the cacao, and it was like it it was one of those like you're in a cocoon and it's like a metamorphosis. So you're like a butterfly and you're in your
Rebirth.
cocoon. And is there anybody that you want to invite into your cocoon? And
Ooh.
I invited my mother-in-law who has passed on. And I swear to you, I was like in tears in the middle of this.
Stop.
Yeah. It was the craziest thing ever.
And when you invited her in, it's not something you thought about before. It's
No,
just
I
in that
hadn't.
moment, that's what
They literally said, if you believe in angels, if you believe in whatever, like whatever it is you believe in, this is your moment now to
to
invite that
invite. And
energy
that's what
in.
came
And
up.
that's what came up.
She said, "Hey girl,
Like,
I want to
she's
talk to
like,
you. How you
she's like, yeah,
doing?"
exactly. Because at the end, you're supposed to leave the cocoon and you're supposed to leave that energy behind
There.
you. And it was almost like, okay, I know I've passed on, but you guys, and it was almost like she was talking to me and my husband. And it was almost like, I said almost like 3, 4 times now.
No,
It
it's
wa
go
she
go
was
ahead.
telling us, "You guys don't have to live small anymore now that I'm not around." And I was
Oh my God.
I went home I
Yeah.
told 'cause Khaled I went home that night, and he was like, "How was it?" And I was like, "Listen, I'm so pooped." Like, it is draining. Plus, it was
It can
three
emotional
and a half
exhaustion.
hours. I was
Yeah, it's
emotionally
a lot. It's a
exhausted,
lot.
and then I was like, "I'll tell you all about it tomorrow." And then the next day, I woke up
Because you just
super
wanted to bask in it
yeah,
as
I woke
well
up
for a moment.
super dizzy. I was like, "I don't know what the hell was in this cacao shit." I was like it was as if I was drunk and I could not get up. And so he was like, "Do you wanna
Cacao.
talk about it now?" I was like, "No, I'm not ready for it." And so I told him today, and I was like, "I didn't tell you that, like, your mother was in my." He was like, "Why was my mother there?"
Well,
He
I was
just couldn't
chilling with
get it.
Ma.
He just
Yeah.
couldn't get it. He was like,
Oh,
"I
wow.
get it." And as I'm telling him, I got teary-eyed all over again,
Oh,
and he was like, "I
wow.
don't understand what's happening right now." I was like, "Ah,
Oh,
you
yeah.
meant
I
forget it.
yeah, you just
Forget
had
it."
to be there.
Yeah, you just had to be
I
there.
love
But it
that.
was such a cool
That's something
experience.
I would definitely try.
Would you?
I would definitely try. I'm all about, like, connecting to ancestry or people who have things to say to me, or that is the main reason I have fascination with,
Okay,
like, psychedelics. It's just that
okay.
I'm not really wanting to delve into it that much, but I'm like something that opens up a part of my mind that maybe I've suppressed
Yeah,
or that I'm unconscious to.
yeah.
I'm all about that. No, I
Yeah,
love it.
in that, because even in that, like, during that session, I was also saying, like, with all the situation like, all the issues I've had with friendships and
Mm.
losing them in the last couple of years, I was like, "I need to release that." Like, I noticed how much I'm still holding on to that, and I was like, "This is that time when I just wanna let it go." You know? Just let me be free of it. Not everybody has to like me, which is a really hard pill that I've had to like
Yeah.
swallow.
As a recovered
Yeah,
people
because
pleaser as well.
even the friend that I went with, she's also in the last year has had her own issues with friendships,
Oh,
and me and her were
right?
in the car, and we're both like, "Oh, we're so likable." I was like, "We're so nice." Like, I don't
Why
understand
don't they
how they
like
don't
me?
like us, you know?
It's their own things that
Yeah,
they're dealing with. This is yeah, this
yeah,
is hard to oh, yeah, but it's good that I'm glad that you went with someone who got that as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
And ironically, you spoke about that because, speaking of psychedelics and things that open up your mind, I watched this, you should watch it. It's called, like, In the Waves and in the War, or In the War and in the Waves. It's a line from the Odyssey, I think,
Okay.
and it's, or excerpt from the Odyssey, and it's about Navy SEALs who former Navy SEALs who obviously have all this PTSD and go through with part of what is a study in psychedelics being treatment for PTSD, which it
Oh.
has been obviously for many years being seen as something that could be potentially helpful for a lot of them. So the one and a lot of them are like super, super like, you know, a disclaimer with like self-harm propensities and depression and all of these things, and obviously like really extreme forms of like PTSD nightmares. And so one of the guys is like, so many of us, we've lost them due to the
Mhm.
depression after that. They
Right.
talk about the process of them becoming Navy SEALs and like they're a little bit about their childhood, a little bit about the motivations of why they went into it, and also then even about the training. They're like, a lot of people don't even make it through the training because
Yeah,
they
it's
break and
intense.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
And so you have all these guys, big, like, built guys, da da da. And they're talking about the fact that, like, one of the guys was like, I think about like ending it every single day. And so they interviewed them before, then through this process where they go through process of healing. I won't go into the details of it, but it's basically a two-step process of two different kinds of psychedelics for treatment. And one of the guys is like trying to he's gone through it and he's like, it was so healing. Like, this is what I saw. This is, and so he's telling his buddies, he's like, this will help you. Like, their marriages are falling apart. Like, one of the wives are in there. One of the wives was like, I walked in and he was there like with the gun and he was like, get out of
Oh,
here.
man.
And like they have kids, and like one guy was like just cheating on his, like, it was crazy.
Yeah.
And one of the guys is really, like, afraid of it, and he's like, "I have all of this stuff," and he's like, "Is it gonna be a lot of stuff about the military that comes up?" And the guy's like, "I
Oh,
can't tell you."
he didn't even wanna deal
You
with
could
it.
see he was already, like, fighting that, and he was really, like, "I'm strong, da da da." And so they do a time lapse, and you see most of the guys are, like, lying down with the blinder on. This guy, he's getting up, he's walking around, like, he's fighting it so
Yeah.
actively. Then at one point, he's like, "I've had enough of this." And he takes off the blinder, he walks outside, and obviously they walk out with him to support him, and then he just stops, and he, like, kneels down, and he starts punching the ground
The
really
pavement.
like, the it's, like, grass, so they're
Yeah.
outside in the yard, and he's punching the ground, and they're all like, "Do you want us to go away? Do you wanna lie down?" And he's like, and hear the change in his voice, and he's just like, "Just want you guys to stay here near me." Then they interview him afterwards, and he's like, "I went in there wanting this thing to deal with my trauma from the war, my trauma from this, my military stuff, and you know what it did? It came in and it said, 'All of this,' spread the curtains, moved it away, and said, 'That's what you need to deal with.'"
Oh,
And
shit.
it went back into his childhood
Childhood.
and stuff that he had suppressed. He couldn't even verbalize it in the thing. And so it was something that obviously his subconscious had filed that was manifesting in a lot of how he lives now, that he was like, "I wasn't even here for that." And it was like, "Mm-mm, you wanna be here? We're not going to, like, sugarcoat. Let's go to the root." And so he was like, the fact that it brought forward things that needed healing that I didn't even consciously know or know that I needed to face, here, blah, 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 was he was like, and you could see he was still kind of, like, shaken by it, but he was like, yeah, like, he's like, and then he said that when he got back, because his wife found out that he was cheating on her while he went to get the treatment, she, like, got into his Instagram, she's like, "Wow, he got all these hoes."
Oh,
So
shit.
when he got back, all his shit was in boxes.
Oh, shit. And they actually capture that?
No, 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 he was
Oh,
telling us about it,
yeah.
and then he talked about how he was like, "Can you just meet me? Like, I'm in my truck, like, da, da, da," and she went to meet him, she's like, "Whatever, he's got to say whatever," and she is in the thing, and she said, "I walked up to the truck," and she said, "I looked at him, and it was the first time in 4 years I saw him. He was back."
Ooh,
I was like, "Whew, what?"
that gave me chills.
It is so intense, it's so good. And it's so great because it's these men who are like quintessentially like strong, whatever, da, da, and it shows you the shit that they have endured. And the fact that they're like, all bros about it. And then they come to this juncture where they are vulnerable enough to say, I need help. And then they seek it and to see what happens on the other side of it. It was so good. It was really good. But that's what you talked about reminded me of, is how you were like, because that's why I asked you, did you go in there with an intention?
Yeah,
And you're like, "No, I wasn't even thinking about it," but
yeah,
that's what came to you.
yeah,
So, obviously, there was something
yeah.
that was like I need to know if this is okay, or I
Yeah.
have this question. And your subconscious was like, oh yeah, we got the answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, like here she is. She wants to talk to you about it. And that's for me what is so fascinating about it is
Yeah.
the idea that there's probably so much subconsciously that I'm not even hearing, that I'm just like, give me all of it.
Yeah.
I want to hear all of it. Um,
Would you
yeah.
ever do ayahuasca? Is that what it's referred
Yeah,
to?
I've heard about it a lot, and I know people who've done it, and I'm like, puking and shitting at the same time.
I have such a phobia from puking. Like, you would have to help me work through that
And dude, it's like 8
first
hours.
before I can even
8
think about
hours
doing it.
of puking and
But
shitting.
everyone that I know that has done it says it's like a crazy
Yeah.
awakening that they
Yeah.
have.
It's an awakening. And all of them were like saying the same thing. They're like, you literally die. It's your ego death.
Yeah.
And that's why it's not like with like illicit drugs where you're you have your high, then you come back down. It's something that allows you to open something that
Literally
already is a
shift.
part of yourself, that then that's the shift.
Yeah.
And now you are forever changed
Yeah.
for it. And that's why it lasts, for lack of a better word. And so that's where I'm like, I want to like harness
Me
all parts of
too.
myself, my brain, so the the poop and the
I have never heard
vomit
about the poop. I've only heard about the vomit.
and shitting at the same time
Oh my
usually.
god.
Yeah.
That
So for me, and 8 hours is long. And when you're tripping, apparently, like a minute, 10 minutes can feel like years.
yeah.
Like there's people who come out of it after 8 hours and they're like, "Oh, I lived an entire life."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd
Yeah.
like to have like maybe there's like a mini version of it. Like
So there's different versions of the psychedelics, and there's like lighter ones and heavy ones. There's those
like
that
can
give
I
you
have like
shorter
the
trips.
1 hour trip, the 1 hour
There's
like
one that gives you
session?
10 minutes. It's such a high dose though, and it gives you 10 minutes. I forget the name of it. But it's such, we were actually talking about this on the weekend, but it's such a high dose that literally, and I think you like puff it. By the time you're having the third puff, you're already like, most people don't make it to the third because they're already like falling into it.
Yeah.
And they're like, you have to take the third because that's what really gets you where you need to go. And then it's like 10 minutes or less, and you come out of it and you're like, dude, I was in there for weeks, years.
And you just come out of it after 10 minutes like as if nothing happened?
No, you're changed. You have
No,
that
I
trip.
mean like physically, like you just wake up 10 minutes later,
I
you
think
snap out of it.
you're it's not like it's an on-off switch. I
That's what
think
I'm trying to figure out. Like,
it like depletes, but it's
okay.
a more drastic depletion, whereas opposed to some other ones that like you have your peak
Yeah.
and you come down, and the come down can be like 2 hours even. Whereas this
Okay.
come down is faster. But like with the one that these guys were doing, the reason I think they do it and their trips are like 12, 14 hours, um, they go deeper, but also they were able to remember a lot of it. So part of the issue is a lot of people can't recall. So a lot of people, it's like a dream when you wake up and you gotta like write it down right away and that it's gone.
Yeah.
So this one, I think it enables them, depending on the dosage, like they had like heart monitors and people there. So there must be a way that
Probably
they're
people
doing it
actually even documenting anything that they
completely,
say.
because it
Yeah.
was part of the
Yeah.
study at this university. So like they've documented everything. And they even like put electrodes on their brains before, immediately after, and then months after, and it showed you the PTSD like reaction was here before, it was here after, and then it was here like months after. They never
Wow.
returned back to where they were.
So is it like now FDA approved for psychedelics
It's
and
not legal at all. But
because that would put the pharmaceutical industry out of business if they were to be like, "Hey guys,
they'd
we
be
can
like,
actually cure.
hey,
We can treat it."
yeah, and they'll be like,
Oh no, we just want to keep,
yeah,
giving people drugs
yeah, and I
and
think,
being and relying on it because that's how they make money.
and which is also why they don't want to really fund the research,
Yeah.
because the research has growing indications that this is something that is not harmful, but it's like a Schedule 2, or it's considered like really prohibited in the US and as well as here. Actually, the one they were using in that documentary, I think it's the ibogaine, which originates in Africa, I think Gabon and in the Congo, is legal in Germany. Legal in Germany. Yeah.
Like, where do you find
Don't
it?
quote me, but she said, "Where do you find it?" Might have to cut this whole segment out. But yeah, apparently it's legal in Germany. Yeah.
You're not
I
cutting
did
that
some research.
out.
I did some research. So, but yeah, yeah. So it was like a two-step process. It's the ibogaine, and then there's the second one that's like MOE something da 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 that they call the frog. So they were doing like, yeah, the toad. It's the one that you can
Ribbit.
get from licking certain toads. You know, there's some toads that if you lick them, you get the psilocybin and the tryptophan. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So they call it the toad because it's the same type of drug that so they were
So
doing 2 doses, so they were doing the ibogaine first, and then that was, like, the first, like, shift, and then they give them the second, so they really drop and then they go in.
so there are there people that walk around licking toads?
Sure,
Somewhere in the world,
I'm
there's
sure,
people doing that?
because one guy had to do it first in order for them to
Be
discover
like,
it.
"It's cheaper.
So,
Just
yeah.
I wanna
They'd be like, "This"
I need some
it's
psychedelics,
like,
like,
"I
let's
just
just
need" they're like, "Hmm,
tasty."
hmm, hmm. This could work. This could be something." Notes it
Oh,
down. But,
man.
yeah, so it was really interesting. It's such I think it's well done. I mean, I felt that it was a little bit too long on the whole, like, Navy SEAL bro part of it, but then when I watched the end, I realized it was to kinda help
It was part of
establish,
the, like
yeah, to the
to
understanding of
understand
what
their
they've
stressors and what they've been through to really understand why they're doing the research in the
right,
first
right, and
place.
also to understand that huge shift from them being those type of men to now saying, "We are so desperate for treatment and release from this illness," and, the vulnerability
Yeah.
over someone who has literally, like, seen things that you couldn't even imagine.
I mean, you gotta imagine also, like, these are men that literally gave up their lives,
Yeah.
and then they come out of it, and it's like they're forgotten about. They're completely forgotten, they're complete so, like, it's like they had a mission, they completed the mission, but now they don't know, like,
They're irrelevant
they're
now.
irrelevant,
Yeah.
and they themselves, aside from everything that they've seen
Mm,
in war, in battle,
mm.
they also have to then deal with the fact that they
They're carrying it
don't
back
know
with them.
what to do with
Yeah.
themselves
It's
now.
now they're like, "You have that baggage from
Yeah,
that, deal with
thank
it."
you for your service, but you're on your own now.
Yeah. Yeah. It's really a really
That
sad,
alone, I
yeah.
mean, is
Yeah.
also something to, like, battle to
Alone,
deal
even
with.
if you don't have the PTSD, the
Yeah,
fact that, yeah, you're like, "I gave my life for this and I was recruited as a kid."
exactly. They're recruited at such a vulnerable
Yeah.
age.
Yeah, their brain develops in war time.
Yeah,
That's crazy. It's really sad, that whole, like the whole veteran situation and how people are treated after, and in a lot of ways, I'm just like, "None of these wars are necessary." But it was really, really nice to see, and then this guy so the main guy who's one of them, he and his wife actually, like, have this platform where they encourage and they reach out to other people who are former Navy SEALs, former soldiers to, like, come on this journey and do it, and I think they have to go to Mexico to do it because it's not
it's not
legal, yeah,
legal.
so they go down to Mexico, and they literally have, like, a page and a website where they do it, and he's just like, "I'm hoping that people will find us before they, like."
Do something
Yeah,
that's
like, it's crazy.
that you can't
Yeah,
reverse.
and him talking about he's just like, like, you have all these guys that you suffered through this with, and you're like, "This guy's gone, this guy's gone, this guy" like, that's another trauma.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Like
like,
burying their fellow
yeah, and you're
soldiers,
like,
their
"Why was
fellow
it not me?"
yeah.
One of the guys mentioned something that was so interesting. He said, "You have survivor's guilt," because
Yes.
you're
I've heard
like
that also from the army, from the they all
yeah.
have it. They all
'Cause you're
have it.
like, these guys got, like, a leg blown off, or
Yeah.
these guys, like, lost an eye, and I'm here getting a medal with them,
Yeah.
and I've got all my shit,
Yeah.
like, and there's a guilt about that. And I was like, "Wow."
That is like another
I didn't
layer.
even
That's
think about
another
that.
layer that they have to deal with as well.
Yeah, yeah, it's a lot, it's a lot. I mean, it just goes to show you there's nothing really positive that comes out of
These wars.
yeah. We actually at the one of the studios that I work at, they do a sound bath.
I've been wanting to do
Have
that.
you?
Yes.
Oh my god, come and do
Would
it.
you
I'll
do
tell you on
it?
this next one. I don't know, but it has nothing to do with the sound bath part of it. It has to do with me lying down in a blanket that's not
Oh my god. You know, that's what I was doing at my ceremony. I had a blanket that wasn't mine
I know, but that's my own issue.
and a pillow that I was sitting on that wasn't my pillow.
Yeah, that someone else sat on.
Yeah.
Ooh. But honestly, even when I see
Oh
like
man, now you have to put that in my head.
yeah, sorry.
Shit.
No, no, no,
I'm
just take
thinking
it out
like
of your head.
lice now. I'm thinking lice.
See, yeah, and not everybody has the same home training habits you do. That's the thing that concerns me, but that's just my own OCD. However, our studio is very clean, and I know that those blankets actually do get washed, which is why I would encourage you to go. But like sound bath, even when I've seen them doing it,
It's
even just
so,
like
like
seeing it through, like, even if it's in one of the stories, I'm just like, "Ah."
yeah, there's
It's
something
so
about it that's so
soothing.
soothing, captivating, like,
Yeah,
you
and they do
really
like a little constellation light thing on the
yeah,
ceiling, and you can wear the blinder, you light it on the pillow, you can have the blanket, so you're really like you feel cocoon. It's it actually looks so cool, and I'm like, yeah, I'm probably gonna need to try this.
okay.
Yeah,
I
I'll go.
I definitely have made it a point also, like, after I did this cacao ceremony and I was, like,
Mhm.
like, you're also at the very end, you
If you
start
find out, by the way, about another one, I will go with
I
you.
have one December 16th.
Oh
Send you
yeah, yeah,
her
yeah,
information. Her
yeah.
name is Alicia. She's a Mexican that has been in Germany for, like, years,
Nice.
but it's gonna be in German. That's the only problem with
I can
these things.
understand it.
And I
I'm not gonna be
understood, like,
talking.
for the gist of it, I understood most of it. There's a few words that I couldn't grasp, and also when she was singing, like,
Oh, she
because
sings in German as well.
the one that I went to,
Oh yeah,
she was
okay,
singing in German.
okay.
So there was certain things, but, like, you get the gist of it.
Mm,
And so this next one also in December is gonna be as is also in German.
okay.
I wish we could find something also where it was in English because I feel like you still are gonna absorb it differently
Maybe I'll
when
talk.
there's such
So,
a I mean, that's how you know the brain is such a powerful tool, and it
mhm.
really is about us figuring out how to harness it and to use it in a way that's
Yeah,
like, to really tap into it and to understand it and
yeah,
to kind of, like, get to the root of
yeah. Of especially with these like treatments, to
yeah,
the root of why we do certain things,
yeah,
why we see things a
yeah,
certain way, why because all of it is just building on itself. Your brain is like, I'm trying to tell a story and make it make sense. So if there's gaps, I'm gonna fill in the gaps.
yeah.
And then you just accept that. But you're like, okay, but what was the original story? And your brain's like, oh, well, let me look back. The original story is way over
Wait, it's like
there.
a
And you're like, wow,
yeah,
how
like,
did
how
we
did we
end
get
up?
over here?
Yeah. And so this is what is really fascinating. I love that people are studying that stuff because we just know so little about it. I'm like, we've got this like big ass organ and we're like, yeah, we only use like 10, 11%. I'm
Man,
like, I think we use all of it. We just consciously don't
yeah,
know what else it's doing.
yeah. I really wanna start, if I can, once a month, kind of go to one of these events,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I'm dying to try, although I'm a bit claustrophobic, and I don't know what they're
Oh,
called. You might
oof.
have
As soon
actually
as you said claustrophobic, I'm like, I'm out.
maybe you mentioned it. Is it the birthday gift that you wanna
Oh, the going in the
is it a
um
where you go into, like, a float like, a
yeah, the
little
what is it called? It's called
cocoon
the
and you're floating inside of it?
sensory deprivation chamber where you're floating. I can't do it.
I can't do it either, but part of me wants to
Oh
try.
my God, I'm so fascinated about it.
Yeah.
But again, my OCD issues. I'm like, where's this water from?
Oh, that's what you're thinking? I'm thinking, are they gonna forget to open the door? That's
Is
where
it
I'm
going
going.
to automatically lock? Then I can't get out.
Is the water gonna start rising while I'm in there? Like, that's
I
what
can't hear or see anything because it's also dark. What if someone comes in and
oh my
decides to
god.
attack
But don't they
me?
put, blindfolds on you too?
No, it's dark. It's completely dark.
Or
You can
headphones
have a
or
blind. Yeah,
something?
yeah. Because sensory deprivation, you can't hear anything. You put earplugs in.
There's no music, no nothing, no calming music
I don't
playing?
know. Maybe some places allow you to have music, but it's meant to be deprivation. No hearing, no sight, no feeling, and weightlessness. And yeah,
If I could do that, but have, like, a guided meditation in the headphones with me, I think that would help me calm down. But to, like,
I think it would help me. It would
to be
send me into
but to be in there, like, that's why I say I wanna try it, but I really
yeah,
don't know much about it.
in measured
Yeah.
ways. Yeah,
Or,
I'm
like,
sure there's places that
keep it a crack open, and
that
you're
would be me. I'd be like, I need for that whatever that lock is, because I'm not gonna trust someone
no,
else to
no.
unlock me.
And, like, when you were
And maybe
little
that's why I need to go in trust
yeah.
issues. But
When we were little, like, our parents would come and say goodnight to us, and they'd wanna close the door, and you'd be like, "No, no,
leave
just leave
it.
it a crack
I
open."
need to see the sliver of light.
That would be
That would be
me.
me.
That would be me.
Listen, if I hear that thing close all the way, it's the same with like hyperbaric chambers and things like that. I'm like, how do people go
What's
into
a
these the
hyperbaric
things that are meant
chamber?
to like give you only like I think it's like really purified oxygen and air and it's meant to like replenish your cells and stuff. Yeah, a lot of people have done that. And I'm just like, I Chamber,
Yeah.
dark,
Chamber.
locked.
It's already giving like.
And maybe I shouldn't have watched Final Destination. Maybe that's it. Like,
I
you
haven't
know,
watched that.
I think I only watched the part where they like go tanning and they get like locked in the thing and
Oh
like it
wait, then I did
overheats.
watch that
Oh, did you? Yeah. And it was
because I
enough for
remember that
me.
scene.
I'm not lying in anything.
Oh my God, I did watch
Explosive.
that. I think that was probably one of my last times watching a horror
I was
movie.
like,
And then
why
I
am
was
I
like,
watching this?
for
Yeah,
shit.
it's like all the ways that you can die in everyday life.
Romantic comedies all the way. That's
Like,
my
time
jam.
to laugh, time to laugh. SNL, who's on? Yeah.
That's my therapy. I
Yeah.
don't need to be
Listen,
watching
it
this,
is
this
great
shit.
therapy. Yeah, I don't need to see that so that like I'm walking down the street and I'm like, oh, now I could like lose my foot.
Oh
No,
my
I don't need to
God.
think about that.
No.
So that's what I think has given me like a lot of trepidation about being in an enclosed,
That's a good
aside
word.
from the regular.
That's a good word. Trepidation.
And I'm just like, I don't know if I could do it. Um,
Is there anything else that you can think of that you would want to try?
Listen, I would want to try all of the things
Yeah.
that where I feel comfortable that there's sufficient data and studies that like I can look at and say, okay, this is what I can expect to feel. I don't know what I'll experience, but this is physically what will happen to me. This is how long it lasts. This is, what where the data there is satisfactory enough for me to say, okay, I know kind of what I'm getting into. I would try all of that stuff. I just have I don't want to puke. I don't like
No, that
it.
I can't. I'm
And
telling you,
I
there is a
don't want
phobia for it. It's an actual name.
I'm sure there is.
There is
There's a phobia for everything.
phobia of vomiting, and I had that.
You have it.
I
You're
have
literally
it.
afraid of
I think I told you, like even during my morning sickness, like I
I was
refused.
gonna say, how did you deal with
I literally would just stay in bed and I would tell people, don't
not
touch me, don't talk to me, don't look at me, don't nothing. Like let me just
look at
and I wouldn't move. I literally would be like this.
Yeah, because as long as you don't
I
move,
had a box of pretzels next to my bed.
mm,
And whenever like I felt a wave,
you take like a
I
little
would
bite.
take a little bite of the pretzels, which
Yeah.
is why I got so huge because I was carving up like I was going on a marathon. Literally. It was like, we gonna run this marathon. Here we go.
Yeah, because literally not moving is the only way not to feel it.
And I was pregnant in the summertime with actually all three, because all three were born
Around
March, February, March, April. So in the summer, I was always pregnant.
Mhm.
And we only had AC in the living room. So my husband would
sleeping
have
in
to
there?
bring out our mattress
into the living room.
into the living room.
Because I'm not moving.
Yeah, I'm not moving. And he would get up to go to work in the morning and be like,
Bye.
love you, bye.
Bye. Have a
Bye.
good day. I'll be here when you get back.
But the vomiting,
I am the opposite. So if I feel nauseous, I'm like, I need to hurry up and get it out so I can feel better.
mm-mm.
But that
No
doesn't work
way.
with morning sickness. Morning sickness is like, you're gonna get it out and I'm still gonna be here when you finish.
Okay, so it's called emetophobia. The phobia of vomiting is called emetophobia, an intense and often overwhelming fear of vomiting, seeing others vomit, or feeling nauseous. That's me.
I think a lot of
see
people
someone, I'm like,
can you?
no. I was watching a comedy show the other day, and the actor was making the dry heaving sounds,
And you were like,
I was like,
really?
yes,
So
it's so bad. I was like, even thinking about it now, oh my God.
Oh, okay, yeah, we could change the subject, but that is hilarious. Wow. So what do you do if one of the kids like gets sick? Do you vomit and then just clean it up?
I go in panic mode. I have a garbage like
the garbage
bin,
bag.
like ready
Yeah,
to like right next to his.
the
I
bed.
remove the carpet, like I have everything, and I'm like, okay.
What if you
the
see
light
it happen? You'll also be going into the same garbage.
No, luckily when it comes to my kids, it's been different.
Yeah,
I'll actually sit on the floor. I'll have my eyes closed and I'll rub their back.
but you can't.
But I'm like
You
turning
can't
the
look
other
at
way.
the actual
Yeah, I can't
process.
look. No.
Yeah.
And even when I like have to flush it, because I flush and then clean.
Yeah, because that's
like I'll
when you
flush
get
it and then
the
clean and then
smell.
flush again. Like yeah.
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 It's intense.
No.
It's intense.
But
This
anyway.
will probably make you feel sick, but there's a time that one of my kids, I won't say which one, so I don't embarrass either of them, puked into a sink, and the chunks, everything just clogs it up. Instead of puke. And I was like trying to wash it down, and I took out, and I had to put my hand in it to take out the plug.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Can we can we go back to our Oh my god, I'm literally gagging. I'm literally gagging.
This was the have a drink of water. All right.
Oh my god.
Flowers.
Oh my god.
Flowers. Beautiful flowers. Beautiful flowers.
This is gonna be some comedy for you guys.
Yeah, seriously. Woo! That's the only time I can say I can identify with what you just experienced right now. Yeah. Yeah.
But back to our rituals.
She said back to whatever.
Okay, I want to say we start doing this once a month.
I don't know if I can commit to once a month, but I can commit to certainly regularizing.
Okay.
The intention to do something like this definitely is there. So I want to actually like put action to intention.
Have you ever wanted to do one of those like retreats?
You know, you asked me about this before, and I was
you
like,
said no.
well,
Like
I
guess
you, I
it's
was
like a yoga meditation retreat.
Yeah, I wanted to do one, but like in like Bali.
Okay, so you wouldn't want to do like Italy.
If it's like a really nice place.
I met a woman that is an American. She lives here. She's been here 20 years. She's a yoga instructor. Yeah. Her name is Carrie. I'll put her information here. Yeah. And she does these like retreats, but she goes to Italy. Well, now she's in Bali, for example.
Okay. All right.
So
if it's nice, honestly, because I'm like, if I go on a retreat, it's the same thing. When I go on vacation, I want to go somewhere better than where I live. Like if I'm not getting treatment or amenities that are better than what I already have in my home,
right,
I'm not gonna
I
spend
got
money
you.
on
I
it.
got
So
you.
like the cleanliness, the comfort. Like I'm not gonna like go on a retreat that's in a tent, for example.
No,
girl,
what if it's like glamping? No, like I'm with you on that. But if it was glamping, that's like next level.
Glamping in Kenya, we have a different definition than glamping in Germany. Like we have tents that have like hardwood floors and fireplaces.
So do we in Jordan. Like you can go to the desert and you would
we're
have
not
like
going
an
to
igloo.
Jordan for this retreat, are we?
Well, let's say for example, Bali. Like I wouldn't mind sleeping on the ground in Bali under the skies, under the sky.
Do you know the bug situation in Bali?
Oh. Do you know that's why my husband won't take me? Like he says, we're not going to ever go to Australia because he thinks I would not handle the bug reptile situation.
Everyone says,
and we've talked about this, and you told me about the spider.
Yeah, the huntsman.
The huntsman.
But they're harmless. So me, as you know,
harmless.
me, the person who despises vermin, bugs, and reptiles, especially in the household, more than anyone else. And you at least are like, oh, let's try and capture maybe and put it out. I'm just like, if you're in my domain, it's the end of your life. So someone like me, for more than a decade, all of the years that I have lived in Australia, and I would still say it's one of the best places in the world, that should tell you something.
Okay.
Yeah. And you know how to minimize, for example, in the summer, the spiders will try to come inside. Some people were like, we'll just deal with it. I'm like, I just don't open like my windows in the summer, for example. Or just you learn to deal with that. And again, even if you open your windows, it's not guaranteed that it's going to be in there.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as it sounds. It's just that their bugs are very different. Their ecosystem is very unique. You're going to see things that you're like, even like the crawlies, you're like, I've never seen something shaped like this. Like, what?
Okay.
But yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
And they'll tell you when you first get there, they'll tell you everything that kills you. So you know what this is. And most of the things that kill you, if it's spiders, is small. So yeah, so you're good. It's lovely. It's wonderful. You will enjoy.
I do want to make it down there one time because we had at some point, because I think you remember that Khalid lived in California for a very long time with a host family who is now like his second family.
Yeah, I remember.
And one of the brothers is missionary.
Yeah.
So he was in Australia. So but he's not there anymore. But while he was there, I kept telling him, I was like, "Oh, we should go visit him." We should go. Yeah. He was like, "You would never handle it," and I'm like,
"You would handle it. You might even handle it better than him."
Which is why I said when World War III erupts, I'm moving to New Zealand. Like that's where I'm going. And he was like, "You're going on your own."
Oh my god!
I think secretly he can't handle it.
I was gonna say it might be that he
keeps trying to put it on me.
See you. He doesn't want you to see him like flip out,
screaming and running for the hills.
Yeah, some of those spider sizes have turned many a man into a puddle. So Yeah, and no judgment because honestly, like they can be, and then they jump, like
Oh, hell no.
so like you have something and you're like you can be like, huh,
No.
but it like back at you,
Yeah.
that is very unexpected.
No.
Yeah. There was one time that there was a huntsman. I was staying at my friend's apartment, and then there was a huntsman in the living room, and I was like, so I guess I'm just gonna have to lock up and
Yeah.
find another place to stay because this is her house now. And I remember being like, oh, my shit is there. I'm gonna have to go back. And it was in the living room. I had to pass it to come. And I was like, it took me literally 20 minutes holding a shoe to psych myself up. And I was literally talking out loud to myself. I was like, you got this. You
Yeah.
got this, bitch. Come on now.
Yeah.
Come. And I'd like approach and I'd be like, whoa. And then when I finally got in there, because you can't miss.
Yeah.
You miss.
It's over.
Curtains.
Yeah.
So it was on the ground. And I got in there with the slipper and I just went, ah, God, God, God. I just like mushed it, screaming in fear as I was doing it. And pieces of it like flying everywhere. And I was just like, I can't afford to check and have it still moving. And I just went and then I like ran away, left the slipper there, and I was like, and I have to go back and pick it up and check. I didn't have to pick it up. Like it was pieces everywhere.
It was over.
I just touched the mic. And I was like, oh my God, I did it. I did. That sense of accomplishment, honestly, it was like walking across the podium at grad. It was that same sense of like, was that. I was like, yes, it's not defeated. So yeah. Woo.
Well, there you have it. We've got cacao rituals. We've got maybe psychedelics. And we've got creepy crawly critters and a little bit of vomiting situation going on.
It was this bad for you.
We do hope that you enjoyed our little podcast session today.
Yeah, I did, certainly.
And as always, if you have not followed us yet or subscribed, do that. There is a button down below. I'm not even gonna there's a button.
Yeah.
Click on it, subscribe, leave us comments. We love hearing from you. And
live coming shortly.
Follow us on Instagram because that's where we post all of the details for stuff like that.
That's where the live will be as well.
Yes. So in the meantime, if you have not watched the earlier episodes, do that. Catch up on all our episodes. Send us input on Instagram with any topics that you want to hear, questions you might have. We do love hearing, like I said, we love hearing from you guys. So if you have any questions or anything that you want answered,
we'll look it up. We'll discuss.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're happy to have questions that we haven't thought about asking.
Yeah.
Ask to us and also forces us to learn as well. So.
Until next time. Bye.